What's going on? Welcome to the Regulated Mind Podcast. My name is Greg, your host. Grab your pen, paper, tablet, whatever. Let's dive in. Today, we're going to break down the raw psychology on nervous system regulation, harsh truths you need to hear to stop running on autopilot, and 3, how to finally step into who you know you're becoming. Okay? Let's get right into it. You aren't burnt out from working too hard. You're exhausted because you're living a life that contradicts who you really are inside. And the most terrifying secret you don't want to hear out loud, you don't actually want freedom. You want a script that allows you to be free, but tells you what to do. You want a set of rules handed to you, so you don't have to face the terrifying responsibilities of choosing your own identity if you make the wrong decisions. I mean, come on, think about it. Accountability is huge if you're missing the mark for your own damn self. Here's the raw truth. I don't know if you can realize it, but the system is breaking down. But it's funny because even though the system is breaking down, it's still functioning exactly like it was meant to. And this is what I mean by that. It was designed to keep you numb, dumb, distracted, and dependent on its own damn system. It has you looking for answers everywhere except for inside of your own self. I see this every day as a therapist and mindset coach. Men masking chronic insecurity behind stoicism, and women burning themselves out, hyper independence because they don't want to be submissive to anyone else. Let's talk about it. You see, what's happening is you think the problem is external. You think it's outside of you. If I just get a better job, if I just work harder, a better aesthetic, more money, that'll make me more secure for sure, right? Well, that's a lie. Have you ever heard change your mindset, change your life? You know, right? Sounds great on a coffee mug. But a mindset shift is completely useless if your nervous system is still dysregulated. If you're still locked into a trauma response from your childhood that's no longer serving you as an adult, right? When you live on autopilot, where focus goes, energy automatically flows. And right now, most people's energy, probably you too, is leaking into self-sabotage. And what I mean by that is when you get triggered, maybe you go into addiction, impulsive behaviors, you're doing things that helped you as a child, but it's no longer helping you as an adult. This is where my regulated system comes in for you. For example, we use the 90-second reset tool as a protocol within our base. Now, what this 90-second reset does is it's going to force your body out of panic so your mind can finally tell you the truth about who you're becoming. You see, the secret behind that is if your mind is in survival mode, you're not able to see the results or the growth that you have over time because your mind is so busy focusing on surviving. When we're able to use the 90-second reset tool and get your mind back into safety, you're able to see the growth that you've had and where you're going towards the person you're becoming. Ask yourself this right now. Are you actually committing a life to growth, or are you just running away from the fear of being ordinary? If you're tired of guessing, tired of floating between half burnt out and half I don't know, or you're ready to stop trying to force life alone, and you're ready to anchor down in a community of like minds who refuse to settle for mediocrity, drop into Regulated Mind University. Lock arms with people doing the actual inner work. And let's build a foundation that doesn't crumble when life gets heavy. Link in the description. Let's look at the hidden secret behind why so many relationships and individual paths are colliding right now. We have men looking for mothers and women looking for projects disguised as relationships. Speak on it. Why, do you ask? Well, mothers have become the masculine foundation, and it leaves feminine men looking for guidance. You know, this was what's crazy. When I was younger, I was attracted to independent women, not knowing that I'm watching an independent woman from a single mother. So I am learning masculinity, or I learned masculinity through the lens of a single mother, not through a healthy masculine man I would call father. Mainstream media symbolizes the strong man against the weak woman. Now, let me ask you this. When have you seen a strong man in mainstream media that looks like me? Or for example, Beyonce, Destiny's Child, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? TLC, I don't want no scrubs. My bad, I'm getting distracted right now. ADHD is kicking in. That's another issue for another podcast. But deep down, most people are terrified of true equality and self-accountability. It requires them to look in the mirror and be really truthful about themselves. And then you have to admit that your lack of direction wasn't anybody else's fault except for your own. That's a heavy pill for most people to swallow. That's why most people don't grow. When you commit to a lifestyle of growth, you stop asking what people think of you. And you start asking, what am I feeding my mind on a daily basis that's allowing me to get 1% better each day? And that's where focus goes, energy flows. That's where it becomes your dominating factor now, because now you're intentional with your focus and now your energy is flowing in different directions. You don't need another 5-step morning routine. You don't need to try harder. You don't need better discipline. You need to learn how to regulate yourself. Imagine if the IRS came to audit you right now and they gave you a list of the detailed truths that you've been avoiding about yourself. It's time to let go of the egocentric identity. It helped you through tough times, but little do you know, those tough times are over. It's time to decide once and for all, your past does not dictate who you're becoming. If you're ready to stop playing small by contracting when you know you should be expanding, drop into my real framework. It's time for you to tap into my real framework, my regulated mind universe for high performance, emotional regulation, and deep relational alignment. Come join us inside. The link is in the description. This is where we do the real unglamorous work of changing your mindset that's going to change your entire life. Go to the link in the description and I'll see you on the inside.